Homeschooling that I was referring to is the crazy Christian homeschooling. It is trickle down stupidity. You have to be dumber than a box of hot rocks to sit down with your kids and teach them that dinosaurs and man lived on the planet at the same time, that the earth is 5,000 years old, and on and on. But more than anything, the reason they're melting down so much about this is because homeschooling is inherently patriarchal, and it is a huge push of the fascist project because it keeps women at home. And over 90% of all homeschooling parents are the mother. You know, they don't want women to be out in the workforce to make their own money and have independence so they can divorce their piece of shit closet case husbands when they find out. No, they want the women at home, dead ass broke, homeschooling the kids. This is a patriarchal step of the fascist product. And to the Fox News producers, have fun watching my show. It's pathetic. You should be covering this fascist regime.
I'm convinced that Jennifer Welch just comes up with these insane, stupid, incoherent hot takes based entirely on a fallacy in an attempt to go viral, but I will indulge. On average, homeschoolers outperform kids who went to a public school on the ACT and the SAT by a large margin. But Jennifer Welch doesn't actually care about that because to her, public education isn't actually about education. She doesn't care that public schools are producing kids that can't read at grade level or can't read or write cursive. She doesn't care that kids can't do basic math or have no education in history or science. That's actually secondary to teaching white kids why they should feel guilty for being white. She would rather kids graduate from elementary school and look at any institution and call it patriarchal, as she did here, than read at grade level. She thinks you shouldn't get your GED if you don't look at this person and call him a woman. Actually, I think Jennifer Welch's video is a perfect ad for homeschooling. Once you recognize that Jennifer Welch and people who think like her, communists, global leftists, once you realize that they would abolish parental rights if they could, it actually makes homeschooling seem a lot more appealing. Ironically enough, I bet a homeschooler could better define fascism than Jennifer. Homeschooling parents, let me know in the comments.